only one guy on the Phillies hit 300 the whole year, which is the catcher.
Yeah. Polanco was what, 298?
Somewhere around.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 300.
Oh,
One time he had up to like 316, 318. Then he fell below 300, and I think he stayed at like 298. And I think Chooch hit like 301 or 303. I don't really have it in front of me, but I know one thing: he came up with more big hits than anybody in the Phillies history for 1 year was Ruiz. Every big hit, every big situation, he came down, and he was up at the plate. Yeah, we just told Jerry West, Mr. Clutch. Well, you can just put that in Carlos Ruiz for this year at least. He was clutch.
I agree. I mean, I think Ruiz is one of the true success stories of this entire team. I mean, 3 years ago, you didn't know who the guy was. I mean, Sal Fasano and Lieberthal were catching the majority of the games for the Phillies, and then they brought Ruiz up. And you didn't hear much about this guy as far as a top prospect or anything. They just kind of threw him in there in the 07 season. You know, he hit really well against the Rockies. I think he hit 333.
Yeah.
And he had a great postseason in 08. And it was one of those things where he just kind of was their catcher. He started developing the pitching staff real well, and he's staying there. And if you look at every Philly on that team, you know, he's probably the most unlikely hero that you can picture out of all of them, because it's a team of all-stars. But I do think one of these years that Chooch is going to make the team.
I think he's an all-star this year. He might not went to the all-star game, but it was clutch as could be. I really do believe this year he started the Golden Glove at catcher. Just a wonderful caller of the game, and a real super good catcher. He's hitting 8th in his lineup, hitting 300. They've all been hurt, the Phillies, and when they've all been hurt, they all have to make comeback rehab assignments. So that's why 97 wins is so impressive for all the injuries that they had. To get 97 wins is almost incredible. And who would ever think that breaking the All-Star break, that the Phillies, after that break, was going to have the best record in all baseball?
Ruben Amaro was talking about, unloading some of these guys, possibly Jason Worth and maybe some other players, because he didn't even think that they were going to come back. I mean, it's a tall order that they overcame, Artie. I mean, they've earned everything that they've gotten up to this point. So there is really something special about this team.
7 games back at the All-Star break. They win the division. They could have won by more, but I think they win the division by 6 or 7 games. It's like a 13 or 14 game turnaround. They won it going away. They had to play 3 games in Atlanta and nothing to the Phillies.
And they still turned it on. And first 2 games, and they almost came back the last game.
Right, they lose 8-7 in the last game, but they still beat them 2 out of 3. And I kept on saying, as Aaron would know, my operator engineer when we were at the studio, I always said 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And that's the Meatloaf song that I always went to. These Phillies are a tough act to follow. There's no way in the world, in my mind, and I'm not one of them bandwagon jumpers, but in my mind, the seeded pitching they have, and they didn't. I think they're going to win it all. I don't think there's a team that can play with them. The biggest surprise to me was Ibanez coming back in that second half of the season, hitting like 50 points higher, driving in runs, getting clutch hits. Everybody, when someone had to step up to the plate, it was in a big-time clutch situation, they delivered almost every single time. That's hard to do, and they keep on telling everybody on the radio, these other shows, that all the pressure's on the Phillies. It's not true. It's not true. The Phillies are going to pitch their game. They don't feel pressure. This is the 3rd year in the close play in the season where they get to the championship series at least. And if they don't win this year, well, it'll be hard luck.
It's going to be disappointing if they don't.
It would be.
It's going to be right up there. I would go as far as say it's some of the major disappointments in Philly sports history where they played these guys off.
I'll tell you, I can go back to Philly sports history. 1980, when the 4 majors all went to the finals, and we only got 1 out of 4.
Only the Phillies won.
Yeah, the only one was the Phillies won, and thank God Pete Rose was there to catch that ball that Bob Boone dropped in Game 6. But at this point, Philadelphia, they live here. The Philadelphia Flyers being in the Stanley Cup last year in the finals. Right now, our football team, if Vic was healthy, might be the best team in the NFC. The Sixers, they get the 2nd pick of Evan Turner. Make a trade, who knows what's going to happen with them. But Philadelphia, the teams are on the uprise, and I really think like this Phillies team can become a dynasty because they're all signed, all but one guy Worth. And you know something? If we make it appetizing enough for him, we might be able to sign him. Now he's looking for $13, $18 million. No one's going to give him that kind of money anyway, I don't care what anyone says. They won't give him that kind of money. If the Phillies can keep him and have Ibanez for another year, then they can root Dominant Brown and had the same lineup they had last year, they could possibly repeat and be a dynasty. It's hard to be a dynasty in baseball because the simple fact is a free agency. If they didn't have free agency, you would have had dynasties all over baseball.